what's up, you know? I'm ready to reciprocate accordingly. So I want to know, what's up, Spirit? Can you tell me? Oh my gosh, this is so good. Okay, I just looked at the cards at what they were. How do I start this off? Oh, Angels of Light and Love, I welcome you in. Hello, my cream crew. Good to see you. You like my messy hairdo? It actually tamed itself. It was more so a little crazy, but it was. I like it. This is my after pool hair. I haven't gone to the pool in in years. My kids and I have not gone to the pool in years, like in the pool. So we did that for Mother's Day. Actually, I did other things that I did not want to do, but I had to do. And it was just, you know, taking care of the car. Yeah. And we did a couple of other things, but it was important for us to reclaim our family time again with new branding. So, you know, I think I'm taking on my profession, just kind of making sure that I reap the benefits by applying the same measures of needs in my home. So the domestic unit has been going through a rebranding phase. And so this is part of it, the outdoor part of it. Dude, if I'm paying HOA fees, for sure, gotta take advantage of that. And so we did that, and that was good. What do we want to say about that? I don't know why I brought that up. Oh, the pool hair, yeah. And washed off, but this is how it remained since then. And I'm happy with it. It's beautiful in its own way. So, okay, I'm ready to reciprocate accordingly. We're at that topic now. And it's safe for me to get back on here. Oh, and by the way, the YouTube gods, whoever you are, thank you for accepting my appeal. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep my promise on not putting, or if it was just the thumbnail, which I really think it was, and I didn't mean to do that. I was just pulling cards like, you know, how I usually do. I was meaning to replace that thumbnail anyway, once I was given the opportunity, but didn't let me grab the thing. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'll pull some cards to see if I can, to channel you and to see if it's okay to post it. Just change the thumbnail. Yeah, let's see. Okay, that's later. But for now, the thought just occurred to me. Yeah, reciprocation. I know what the deliverables are. The nice to have, what's possible, what's needed. And sometimes some things cross over, and some things you just have to, like, whatever it is for tomorrow morning, let's just cut it up into slices and deliver within those means. And that's what I had to do. I you know, if overtime is not within reason, then that's fine, no problem whatsoever. They just got to know boundaries, just as I understand what the guidelines are. So there's a lot going on, and so I didn't do the usual book, like the event books that I normally put together for them. I gave them as much as it was possible to make with all the other competing priorities, and so they got 3 pages just to cover them for morning. It was like, you know, that's not unreasonable, you know. I mean, they got some other stuff going on there, but I'm confident about the morning. How about you? That's where we're at here. Things are moving quickly. And this time I didn't... Let's just not backtrack into the detail of the day. You know, just as I am considered a resource, I have to understand the exchange. Most immediate exchange is time as a resource. So, you know, so that's I'm ready to reciprocate accordingly, and I felt good about it. I said, you know, this is what we could what we could log so far, and I really need to look at it. I just need to verify this thing, which I feel like is, you know, since I have you here, and I'll just send you the updates. But there was no apology. I didn't have to apologize. I didn't feel the need to apologize, nor did I have to watch myself in, like, how do I say it? Feel an inner combat to say, to not say, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? This thing came naturally, so that's why I know it's time to do this reading. So Ace of Cups in reverse. Trophy cup on the left side. Recipient of such. But now this is like ready, set, go. On the doing side. Can you even? They picked the perfect cards. I wasn't even like thinking about the ideation of like how is this going to transpire. But it's there. Yeah. So one major move today that I'm very excited about. I don't know if I can speak to it in full detail, but I signed off today. It's good. I'm excited about what is next. So tell me what's up, Spirit, now that I'm ready to reciprocate accordingly. It's amazing, like how the messages come through. Like, I didn't know when it was okay to sign. I kept asking, and they gave me an answer, like straight up. Like if you had to do a yes or no right now, they gave me the answer. But then something just didn't sit right. There was like a little bit of a battle. Like there's something that just didn't feel right, and I couldn't rush the answer, so I had to wait till it was just right. And something told me like the balance between like as above, so below. I had to balance between the two, and it was like, even though I feel better this way than that, there's a missing piece there, and that human part of myself needs to resolve that, like just do what I know to do. And every time that I asked, I was given the appropriate response. The cards, like, I don't even understand, like, how it was so accurate. I don't even want to tell you exactly, because, like, it's not over till it's over. But I signed off on the over part, so that's good. So if I missed anything that was pretty vital to include, you know, I know that there's going to be some energy, entity, organization, figure, role, whatever it is, that's going to correct that for me. Yeah. That's what I trust that. I mean, it got me this far, and so what do you want to say? I was so surprised that I got my video back. Thank you. All right. So what's up? What's next up for me, Spirit? This is a loading time because it usually doesn't take this, okay, amount of time to shuffle. Oh, so those are the ones that came through. The one that was turned up is Knight of Pentacles. There's a delivery coming to me. It doesn't want to announce itself because it didn't come in reverse. It's nearby though. This is like slipped under my skirt. On my lap. Okay, so there's the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords, 8 of Cups in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, the Lover's card, and the King of Swords in reverse. What? Just come back. There's multiple messages in here. So I did ask, what's next up for me? Whatever this is firmly resourced. Like a nest egg almost has been created for me. You see? Rockin' Robin. And also in red right there. Interesting. Oh yeah, for sure. Because the play on colors with the red and then the white on there, and then the red on her with a white bow, for sure. Nest egg feels. And this is an ultimate comeback for me with the 8 of Cups in reverse. But it's also saying there's revisitation of boss energy undercover. There's like there's an influx of energies with undercover boss energy. And this is like a secret forum. Oh my gosh, for sure. Look, I just saw the door. Like the person at the door. It's a secret forum. It's kind of like a sacred place, a shrine almost. A shrine on a shrine. What? So, influx of boss energy. But, gosh, what? Oh. There's, the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. I just realized they're both in reversal. There's some undercover brawling happening. Or, like, an objective stance between both realms here. It's mind over matter. That's what it is. You see? Mind, the sword energy, over matter, the pentacle energy. So there's a teetering of, okay, if we're looking at this on a macrocosmic plane, something that's outside of us, but within, let's say, our immediate locality, there's 2 energies out here that are possible, like soulmate energies, you know, linking to this card. So it's a teetering, like, which one would you rather? Oh shoot, I don't mean it to say it like that, but it's like there's also undercover brawling. I don't know if it's brawling though. Give me a second. It's because these 2 are trying to work within their higher selves. In fact, this split to this. So what is this? 5 of Swords. Oh, there is brawling for sure. Because I tried to pick up the whole deck, but then it ended up parting to this on accident. But it's not accident. There's kind of like 1-up energy. There's secret brawling between, like, energetic brawling. Between those 2 energies. And I don't see all of it, but I sense something. Like, when I feel energies around me, there's, and it's very particular, then I know that another energetic is also sensing that because they're somewhat close, or they check on me. So they know of each other's existence. And so, it's just, yeah, that's what's happening there. But if we're looking, okay, so if we're going to look on the greater macrocosmic plane, not within our locality, but more like what's going on, like in the news, public setting, okay? There's something about things feeling good here. Self-actualization. Like things are starting to get good. Things are not perfect, but things are good, okay? Feeling solid. Right with your place in the world. But then there's something else here. Hold on. There's something about like consumerism and reputation. The realm of the struggle of the balance between the two, practicality and logic. Standing in your own and redefining your experience internally and externally. Definitely. And you do that singularly, without anybody else's consult, because that's the way to do it for your own experience. And there's a certain level of pride within those measures of discerning that for yourself. Now, if we're looking at, again, going back to the microcosmic, most intimate form, is the self-actualization. It's mind over matter. And that's, I think, we just talked about that as a major macrocosmic view. I think there's a link on that. Like a, what do you call it? A Venn diagram, but it's chain linked, you know, it's, there's something about that there. They're interlinked on that plane. So you can't, like when you execute it in one arena, you're executing it in another. So that's what they're saying. Yeah, that's strange here. So, oh, that's why, okay. This is sneaky a little bit with the Knight of Pentacles coming through. But it doesn't pertain to just like this lover energy here. There are there's like surprises. But they're very protected. Like the transmission of like communications are very private. They're not announced to anybody else. Like this is somebody delivering the message themselves, so that nothing travels through hearsay. Like the least amount of hands that something passes through, the less likely things would get fucked up. Or yeah, there's something about that there. There's a dark night energy here. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. So I wouldn't say this is like a sneaky link kind of thing, because this energy that would deliver, like for that purpose that we just talked about, they wouldn't just do that to like anybody that, you know, this is something that's very important. Yeah, there's a closed door. Yeah, this is not foolish energy. It's serious for sure. Okay. All right, so ready to reciprocate. What do you want to say? Accordingly. That one is strength. Okay. Something's about to, like, there's a liftoff almost. Like, something about to take me away, but it's liftoff. It's, you see this hurricane in the background? You get sucked right in. Is it a hurricane? No, hurricane is over water. Tornado, right? Tornado. Tornado, yeah. So you get sucked in and it lifts you up. I mean, I'm only saying this because I've never seen one in real life. It's more like, is it Wizard of Oz? Yeah, Wizard of Oz. So there's that. And this is a kind of like a tower moment, but it's very natural. In its claims. Well, it must be moving really quickly because you don't really see what's caught up in all of it, right? You just see it's almost like shards coming out, like splinters almost coming out of it. What is that? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Master Splinter? Is that right? Yeah, Master Splinter. There's something about that there. I feel like there's like what do you, like sensei energy, like you know in Avatar how he has to seek a master in a certain arena of practice. I feel like that's that. They're approaching. And it's about to Wizard of Oz me away. Yeah. Master Splinter. That's crazy. This is the first time I got that in this card. Or ever got this card in this deck. See, she's already practicing. But this is queen energy. Because each of these kings here have this thing here. And some form of a sword. Even the King of Pentacles, he has like an arrow. Which kind of, is that a Sagittarius type of thing here? But anyway, arrows are equivalent to swords. So she's definitely a queen. There is something else in the imagery here. Queen of Swords. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So I don't feel any threat in this card. It's almost like her movements mimic what this tornado is doing. So either she's being taught by the tornado or Master Splinter, or she is creating the weather patterns based on her movements, which I could understand. I could see that. There's some energetic that follows her, and bilaterally she follows it. I keep getting this frog energy. I can't unsee it now. You see it? Like there's the eyes right there, and there's like a ribbit right there. I just keep seeing that. I don't know why frog energy is coming through, but frogs grow through their own amphibionic transformative process, different states, egg, tadpole, you know, and then grow the hind legs and whatever. But I don't know if all of them during the winter time can submerge themselves and, what is it, like have their own form of cryogenics, and then emerge upon the promising season. But they go through a lot of transformation even as they are an adult. So they have to adapt to different conditions while they are already naturally going through a growth process. So it's double whammy, or doubling up on their wins. Okay, so there's that. Also, Fern is very resilient in its make. I think prehistoric. One of the few prehistoric offerings and adaptations. Anything else? All right. What do you want to say? I'm ready to reciprocate. Oh, this is great. You know, I just realized what the title was here. So that tells me that this is not just like a one-time thing or like just a single experience. This is saying that I'm equal to Master Splinter and the force of nature there. Reciprocate accordingly. Okay. Okay. What else do you want to say in my panel with regards to this? Oh, my son was so sweet. Oh, both of them are sweet, but I didn't expect a Mother's Day present from either of them, but I got something that I wanted. And I can't talk about it right now. Yeah, I'm supposed to lay low a little bit. So if I see you, I see you. Yay! Okay. So this period, based on this kind of loading time, is that this is already a lot on its own, which means that the phase that this occurs, that's what they're saying. I know I didn't say that right, but that's what they're saying. The phase that this is happening is still condensed energy. But it's I'm hearing consuming. There's a lot of content here already, and so the loading time to the next, this is like this. What do I say it? I will be preoccupied with this. So the loading time for the next thing is obviously going to be a big thing, but it's going to be this thing is going to serve as a distraction while this stuff is like kind of mixing up. Tempering, yeah. Yeah, so, this is good because that means that there's going to be a lot to learn, and the discerning process is going to be, like, there's already been a filtration process that has occurred here. So, this is more isolated. Yeah, like there's been already a screening process. So, all right. Okay, 6 of Swords, 7 of Cups in reverse facing the 8 of Pentacles, and then some other things fell out here, but work showing for itself, constellation, like one thing connects to the other. It's like when I do these videos, it connects. Choice. What the fuck? Choice. What is this? Just calm. Just block. Securing the house. No. I feel like this is doing what's best for you, Tina. And because that's like the only choice here. That's the best, and it has to do with like your work, Tina. So this is obviously saying goodbye. There's some kind of parting here, and a foreboding of like a parting. But there's like a securing, like 4 of Swords here, in putting more thought around sustenance, what is secured for the home and hearth. That's the only thing that displays like getting you forward to the next day, like what your needs are. And that's just constant thinking about that. And if needed, some time to like sleep on it. And there's a blocking over here, so it's securing that. It's like no one shall pass and fuck this up, basically. So it's finding that calm in those decisions, and this is the only way to go when you're thinking about what you're really good at, Tina. So what fell in front of me is 9 of Wands in reverse. So let's look at this upright. Okay. Building your own home, your own establishment. So it's resourcing. It's kind of like a binding on what I have already stood up for and established. All of those milestones, all of those stakes that I claimed, that I showed up for, it's a binding, a collective effort in resourcing those accomplishments so that they're not a thing of the past. These are things that are brought forward, in union, so that they work together. So all these skill sets that I have collected, all of these accomplishments, they're not just like, oh, nice achievement, on to the next. And so this is a living memory of like how our ancestors would have it, and resourcing, like bringing it all together, basically. One big bushel. So you create a new home from that, new establishment. And that's what I will show up for. That's what they're saying here, especially with these cards here. Especially with the achievements here, yeah. And it's right in front of me. It's in reverse, which means that I am in progress with that, especially with the learnings here. And it clarifying the self-actualization card, just because it's like 3 and 3 there. So with that, I don't have to say yes to everything. I don't have to be the yes man. Nor do I need to include those energies in my life. I'm not wanting any sentience in my life that will appease me through what's nice to hear. So they said to just remember that. So we have 4 here, 4 here, and then the Ace of Wands is what I'm delivering to that. So it's balanced in creating still boundaries, you know. No matter how you look at it, there's no question to what I'm doing here. You look left, you look right before you cross or before you bind, and before you ward. And that's the magic that is asserted within this collective effort. So this is saying a lot, though. There's so you look on it, 4 of Wands that side, 4 of Wands on that side. It's home and hearth. Like what I'm doing here is no one can convince me of otherwise. So the fact that in totality, there's 8 of Wands that are bound together with like the magic, like, you know, blessing, basically, the house blessing. It's communication. It's kind of like they're saying, like the formation of it is reminiscent and very a primitive version. I don't even really want to call it primitive, but it's a most practical version, mimicking like the pyramid structure. So something about that pointing upwards here. And but there's also magic. Those that have been affiliated and supports in establishing, like in all of these achievements, my supporters have asserted, have integrated their own magic in helping accomplish each and every, you know, anyone that pertains to them. So there's something about kind of the binding, the ward, the protective measures that of collective ascension, like the puzzle pieces are adding, like are placed together. So there's something about the root structure, like the hair follicles, there's something about that there where there's a benefit to this binding here. There's a ward here, a ward and a ward, basically, within this connection. It's like fueling the rest. There's something, I don't know why they're saying it like that, but they're saying it like that. Anyway, back here on my my other protective shrine area is Knave, a Page of Wands. How is it? It's like that. I don't know how to hold it. Okay, it's either in reverse or bringing it forward here. So Page of Wands inverted. The Hermit card inverted. But it could also both be in reversal. Oh, so this is starting a new journey into the unknown, because it's kind of like darkness. It's when the sun sets and you're starting to see light depleting. So things look a little bit more foreign. There's something. Why is there sirens? So this, I feel like this is kind of like a little bit of an ego death. Because it's inverted. And it went to like a particular like small shrine protective area that's underneath my bed. So it's kind of like boogeyman, you know, but it's not really like that. This is has to do with what's hidden, what's in sleep. You see, like, these people's faces and eyes are covered there. So very similar energy. There's like the dark night of the soul. There's something carried out in sleep. And it's like a different form of smoke and mirrors. You see, there's smoke here, but then there's mirroring energy, and that's a major arcana, and this is a minor, without any number attached to this. There's some, like the carry through the smoke, and do you see like how similar that looks? This is strange, and it fell underneath my bed. And we're talking about this. I talked about the sunset before that. So we're gonna just kind of put that there for right now. It'll make sense when there's something about that though. Some more things will occur in the dream state. Dark Night of the Soul. And then the Page of Wands. Inverted. Page of Wands. So I feel like this is not any, like when I say Dark Night of the Soul, this is not something that's grim. Though there were sirens. So I feel like, I don't know, is that like more of, so it's like a rescue crew. And then the dream state, like why is it, there's communication though from a distance. I don't, what is this? Sorry, there's, I don't know, 20% battery. There's communication from a distance, but we don't know their faces. This is very, like, ancestral. This is beyond the veil energy. Definitely. Like, this person is, like, holding up a mic to this energy, you see? There's something about that there. Communication. I think I'm going to be receiving warnings or alarms. Like, I feel like that. You know, I had this dream where I was kind of pissed. Like alarmed as well. That I remember looking outside of my window and some I'm not saying anything about Mexican people or whatever, but I distinctly saw a Mexican lady outside, like in my porch area. I don't even know if we will call it a porch, but like an outside area. And she was selling 2 of my trees and like one other plant to somebody else. I think it was some black dude. I don't know. It was weird. I don't even understand. Like, why are there like ethnicities like within my dreams like that? Like, why would it be like that? Anyway, she received cash on hand, and like there was something that happened where I couldn't do something about it in time because it was like, get this or get that. And I was upset because it was happening right outside my house, and it still was part of my stuff. So there's going to be notices like that. Somebody's trying to profit off of a chunk of my zone that I don't have an immediate view on. So once I, acknowledge that, it'll be handled. I feel like it's already been handled. It's weird. Like, why would I randomly even think of, like, I wasn't worrying about the trees. I don't know. It was just, I was pissed that somebody would have the audacity to do something like that. But it happened. It wasn't like an unfinished thing and then it transitioned to another. No, it happened. And so I feel like that is, and the person that left with this stuff, I didn't see him leave with it, but I know he had it. He knew that it was mine. He was like, oh, well, like I already made the agreement or whatever. So I have a feeling that a couple people are about to get disciplined. I feel like it. I don't know why. This is weird. Let me go ahead and get confirmation. Like my panel can just clarify that, because I just found it so strange. This one hit my left foot face down. Knight of Swords. There's a clear. Oh my gosh, yeah, for sure. Like in is it Casino? When somebody fucks around with your stuff, like then they get taken to the back with like these devices. You see what I mean? Like there's yeah, there's something about that there. There's an emphasis on the receptive side, because yeah. Let me go ahead and get like, it's going to stop them dead in their tracks. Like, they're not going to do it anymore. Because of the 2 examples provided here. Because, like, we got, like, the part where it stopped dead in your tracks. This is kind of like Wile E. Coyote kind of thing. Anvil drop. And then this is definitely, like, casino style. Like, we're not just talking about, like, there's variation here. Because I don't think that's, like, I think that's, there's a huge emphasis there. Yeah. Wait a second. Let me tell you. Okay. The person that left with my stuff, that transacted, even knowing while, like, after the fact, like, a good person would have not, even if his money was taken away, he would be like, oh, I'm so sorry, here you go. Even, like, may I keep one? Like, but they're going to be stopped dead in their tracks, like, anvil drop. The person that went out of their way to create such, like, to put shit up for sale, to, like, actually, like, take the money, like, the person that transacted, initiated it, that's what's going to happen to them, like casino style. Let me just get a clarify for that for my my panel. I feel like that's just a clarifier. That's just what it is. Okay. Pointing to me is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, I don't need to micromanage. It's going to happen on its own. You see? Invest here, invest there. You know, like, there's... My only ownership is what I own there. And put staking a claim there. On that it's still mine. So I have no ownership or accountability to what happens to them. Yeah, but just seeing like the 2 and the 2, you know, it's... There's like Hierophant energy in here. This is like a special... like something like a granted favor that will be corrected. Like there's... But I don't need to detail out what's I don't need to follow up on this. It's already done. Yeah. All right. So back to the topic. I'm ready to reciprocate accordingly. Oh, and that happens for this too. They're saying that... Oh, good. Wow. Yeah. I'm ready to reciprocate accordingly. So what's up, Spirit? What's up for me, Spirit? You know, and people say, like, what's up can mean a lot of things, but, like, it could also reference, like, in a shorthanded view, like, what's done, you know, like, what's time's up kind of thing. So I feel like there's feels of that there. It still pertains to it. Anything else that you want to say? My panel. Lastly, 3 of Pentacles. Yay. Ah. The Magician. Excellent. Ace of Swords. Excellent. 9 of Cups in reverse. Good. And the Knight of Swords. Upright. So to kind of like finish this part off, we have Master number 11 here, blending from the Magician, or the high major arcana to the minor arcana, but this is the highest of the major and the minor arcana. So it's kind of like Master Splinter is showing himself, especially with this energy here. Did I tell you the Hierophant energy? Like, looking at the person right here? Yeah. So it has to do with work too. So somebody was... This is part of the message that somebody from work was trying to do that within my arena, within my own, like trying to fuck with energetics on my account, within my establishments, what's due for me. So there's something of like, because of a reallotment of assets that were supposed to be mine. So anyway, other than that, this is because that connection here, I didn't even expect that to happen, to see that. So there's a rectifying of what pertains to the work avenue. And then 9 of Cups in reverse. Again, this is reestablishing what makes you happy. Well, I keep getting like Sheryl Crow on my feed every now and then. Like I'm not complaining about it, but I was wondering, like, why do I keep getting that song? If it makes you happy, then I forgot how it goes. And then listen to Coltrane, derail your old train. something, and then I remember, and who hasn't been there before. And then also Paula Coulson, I think that's her name, Coleman, Coleman. Where have all the cowboys gone? And I'm like, what does this pertain to? Because I keep moving along, so I haven't really figured out what that pertains to, but they're saying something about that here. So I feel like in reestablishing, like, how do I say, redefining what makes you happy, it's also looking at the aspect of, like, revenge, like being avenged for your stuff. And there's something about also letting, like, things are happening so quickly. I don't need to sit in that energy of one, feeling remorse for things that I had to, like, do shit with at all. But it's not even going there. It's because things are just happening organically, like that whirlwind. There's something about those energetics influencing one another. So there's also, like, what will make me happy is letting go of, like, that arena, like being alleviated from, like, what's gonna happen to them, and just mind my own business, like carry on with my stuff. So the reestablishment or the redefining of happiness is more focused and fluid like in things that are that have like no ill intent, that doesn't even have the residue of it. That's what it's saying. So things are moving so quickly, it's like working in my favor to distract the human condition, the human error part of it, in motioning towards something that's just like I'm just totally better off with. So that's good. That's good. Yep. Like, it's like, let's trash those plans of like, I don't remember really doing spell work to fuck with, let's say, my bosses in writing. I don't, I just feel like there have been a lot of influencers, a lot of energetics that corrected certain areas of, let's be polite and say, confusion. So, but I could certainly do that. I could definitely do that. This is just making sure with the stronger that I become that I'm not going to go there. Because that's kind of a waste of resources. All right, so bottom of the deck is Two of Swords. This is a sensei, like Master Splinter saying, good luck. I mean, good job, good luck. On to the next. So this is a finished course in what will carry me through. So this in itself is protective, like the so when you learn something, you follow through with it, especially being taught by this kind of a leader. So this handshake is an official integration of respect for the practice, which means that embedded within not just those practices, but those teachings, there's something already protective, like in how those teachings are utilized. So it's just, this is a master at what he does. Like, so it's kind of like an unspoken chant in those gestures of practice. That's what's happening there. I want to see what's underneath that. Oh, wait. Oh, I accidentally that. Okay, so the Emperor, for sure. For sure. The World card in reverse. So I kept going like this, like it's an infinite thing. And that's what it's saying here. It's not saying it's an unfinished cycle. It's saying that there's like an ongoing, like, energetic within that Emperor suit. Yeah. All right, so top of the deck is what? 5 of Cups. So again, this is revisiting not just the redefinition of what makes one happy, but also obviously that's elaborating on the ego death. So I'm feeling like that here, especially with it being, we talked about, like, you know, the 4 elements here, the 4 suits, and then spirit being in the middle. So it's definitely an ego death within what, like, where our personal drive and like soul come from. So it's yeah, it's knocking that down, like, as a curious cat, 9 lives. It's like, you don't know if, like, there's a snake in there, you know, like a, you know, there's something about that where taking chances because you know that you can continuously regenerate your understanding of what makes you versus what will break you. Something about that. I feel like that. Okay. So what is your takeaway, aka our takeaway? 7 of Wands in reverse. 7 of Wands in reverse. What does that mean? I think in facing one another, there's no need to be defensive. What? I need a clarifier. I'm sorry. What does that mean? I think it's when you're facing someone within the same likeness, like you both hold the higher ground. It's not like what do you call it? Like, you don't have to be defensive, like, in the fact that you might be going toe-to-toe with someone. Like, the universe is not going to be like, oh, plot twist. Now you two have to combat each other. No. I feel like that. You know what I mean? This is, interesting. I want to get the clarifier for that. The Hierophant in reverse. Okay. So, the 7 of Wands in reversal also means, like, stepping down. The Hierophant in reverse also kind of means a takedown, in, like, dissolution. But it's like a separating of ways. So I feel like there's multiple messages here, because this looks like a wedding cake, you see? Multi-tier. but it's in reversal. So this is, you face each other. Okay, let's say, let's just pretend. But, no, when you're going through a dissolution, you gotta face the other person. And, you know, it's just kind of, I wouldn't say it's poker face. It's just like, I'm done doing the toe-to-toe thing with you. And, it just keeps communication clean and simple. And it's easier to stay in your own lane once it's done. You know what I mean? So if anybody is like out of whack or out of line, it really doesn't faze you. Like, I'm no longer going toe-to-toe with you anymore. You might be right in front of me. We might have to deal with each other from time to time, but it's no battle on my end. It's done. And so you're just another separate entity. You figure yourself out. You operate in that manner. And I'm doing this, and I don't need to explain anything. It's kind of like, it's not solemn. It's just quiet, factual, and it's like the most glorified method of gray rocking. Like, there's no attachment. There's no feel nor trigger. The chords have been cut. That's what it's saying. So even though you can acknowledge that some other sentience exists, you're not, like, it's not, it doesn't have any real effect on you. Like, it's done. So wonderful, you know, if that's us. I mean, I can say that for myself, but since this was pulled for our energy, this is an accomplishment. This thing doesn't just happen overnight. This goes through a series of cycles, and serious cycles. And you know, this is good. There's no energetics where, like, I'm forcing it to be like this way or that way. Like, I'm free, I'm single, you know, like there's no over exaggeration or exaggeration of any kind of feelings. It's like stillness where you can feel where the air, like where the breeze, like what direction it's blowing. It's that's kind of that feel. Okay, so what is my takeaway? What is just my takeaway? 10 of Swords in reverse. It's the Phoenix energy. It's the Phoenix. You know, I heard on the way home, it was by Hippie Sabotage, and it was Born to Rise. Yeah. And I kept hearing, I don't even know if they say this. I think they say, "A purple drink and I'm gone." I think that's what they say. I don't know. In the background. Okay, so what's the clarifier for that for me? 9 of Pentacles. It's independence, for sure. Independence. And the ancestors are coming through, like the roots are, like they busted out of the pot. Busted out of the shrine. They keep getting like shrine information. But anyway, busted out of there. And, like, busted out of the urn. And, so ancestors are coming through strong, but it's also foundations. It's really saying, like, you broke out of it. Oh, that's so sweet. You broke out of your confines, your proposed confines. Like, this is as much as you're estimated to grow. And no, like, organically it busted out of that. That's wonderful. That is so good in multiple areas. It's not just like, oh, one strong root. No, it's on a 360. So the thing that, you know, seems to be holding it together isn't the actual pot, because there's so many cracks in it. What's actually holding it together is the roots. Yeah. So anytime you feel like you're still trapped within the confines because it's still within your environment, Tina, it's just an illusion. This is very much root-bound energy, to the point where it's kind of securing. I don't know about securing. It's holding those illusions in place. So the more that growth occurs, the more like it pushes out those walls. So those walls do not exist. And yeah. And so right now, the benefit in those walls that are up, those supposed walls, that crackled pot, is serving as a method to preserve current resources. So any water, any moisture is being secured by that terracotta shield almost. So it does serve a current purpose, but naturally those things will fall away as further growth occurs. So that's what's happening with that. So that's wonderful. This is good. This is very, very good. Excuse me. All right, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in light and love. I certainly appreciate it. But now that this reading is officially over, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas to assisting with sequence of roll out. I should say right now that I call all my power back to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansing and blessings to be refortified within me, untainted, unbinded, and solely for me. In light and love, I close the portals in this reading.